is a call for more action. This is a voluntary work, and I'm very happy that I am born to a service family, both in the government, in the spiritual aspect, and now also in the humanitarian. I believe that with this oath, God will be with me and my team, and we will be able to deliver. I have some few points that I would like to bring forward, but before that, we are beginning teamwork right now. In the near future, from now onward, if I'm not there, I will be delegating my deputy. So my deputy is around. I would like to give her maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes to have a say to all of you, because this is the beginning of work. So you're welcome, madam.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, for giving me this privilege, though the time was limited only to you. And I would like to say I recognize the presence of the Maulana, the AC, that is the Electoral Commission, all the members of the network. I am so pleased to stand before you here as a deputy chair of the network, and I'm just here to extend my thanks and appreciation to each and every one of you for seeing potential in me and the team, so that you elected us to be members of the board members of the network. So I would want to say, with these remarks, I would want to say all I want from you is a teamwork. We work as a team. We know we are coming in as a new board members. We are coming also to pick up from where the previous leaders stopped. We are not coming to change everything. We are coming to pick from where they've stopped and take it ahead together with you as members of the network, so that we can reach out our goal and vision of the network and achieve it at the end of the day. So with these remarks, I beg to submit and extend my thanks again to each and everyone. I call for collaboration, teamwork, and forgiveness. I know a lot has happened, but let's forgive one another and let's respect one another. Let's learn from each other as we move forward as a team. Thank you so much for your time.
Yeah, we can do better for her, Jama. Yeah, we can put our hands better for her. Yeah, so this is a day that we are entering office. I will not have so much to say before you. We have 2 years later on to stand before you and present our work. But I would like to thank the outgoing leadership for giving us a foundation. We all know that everything started from scratch with difficulties also as we are starting. There were no funding, there were no systems in place, but at least the leadership of Shamila, also in the support of the technical working group, ensured that we were able to have actually a draft constitution that we were able to build up from. We were able to implement a project for the first time, a project that had very limited funds, but at least 20 or 18 organizations were able to work together in implementing that project. I also thank actually UNMISS for being like the mother of this network. We know how the journey started. We didn't have space to sit down together as civil society organizations in Central Equatoria State to deliberate on how we want to move forward together. But UNMISS, especially the Civil Affairs Division, has always given us that space. So in the absentia of UNMISS, I am really grateful on behalf of my team. And most importantly, our sincere thanks goes to the General Assembly for trusting us. Clap for yourselves, Jama. Deep inside my heart, there is no any sign of betrayal that will come for this trust. But together with my team, I know we will work together and make sure that the reasons why you trusted us are manifested in our actions. And we know we are here not for ourselves as the network, but we are here for the South Sudanese and all the people who are living in Central Equatoria. So we take this trust very seriously. Now, as the chair, my focus will be on the new chapter. As a person, I am very optimistic always. From a very negative situation, I would like to see what small glimpse of light is there that can be magnified. And from this network, regardless of all the fights, all the negative conversations, all the negative energies that we're experiencing, I am seeing positivity, and that is the power of the unity. We may not have everybody on board, even we who have subscribed. We may not really be all working towards the same goal, but there are always some few who have the bigger picture of what we can do together. And we can capitalize on that to make sure that we magnify the light than the darkness. And for us to do that, we need to see the competence of the Secretariat. That's why we will be very serious as a team to make sure that the recruitment of the Secretariat or the constitution of the Secretariat is based on merit, so that we have people who will be able to deliver. Because in the end, they are going to be the engine of this network. For us, we'll be giving the oversight role, we'll be supporting resource mobilization and fundraising. But if we get funds, we mobilize resources and then they are not managed well, that means we are not progressing. So we will make sure that for us to move forward in a better new chapter, the Secretariat is competent enough. They will be guided using a strategic work plan so that we are not dragged here and there like a dry leaf that can be carried by the wind from left to right, back, front. We want to be strategically focused on what we can achieve. 2 years is not a long time, so we need to see what realistically together we are able to do. Systems and procedures, if you look at how we are engaging, how we are using our social media platforms, it's very sad. A platform that should be used for exchange of information, we are using it like a parliament. We don't know even who should raise what, to where and when. It's all because we either do not have functional systems or we have very loose systems. So together with my colleagues, we'll make sure that we look into that. And definitely, for the institution to be strong, it has to appear as it envisions. When we go to UNMISS, how do you feel the ambience when you're in a meeting? You feel conduciveness of the environment. So for the Secretariat to have a comfortable place of work, to make sure that their brains are not, burned from this heat, we need to have an office that you'll be proud to really point that this is a network's office. So these are the things that we will make sure that as soon as possible we all work towards that. And many other things. Now, colleagues, I would like to talk about projects and project implementation. Realistically speaking, there will be no single project that all of us, the 60 or the 30 or the 40 member organizations, will implement at once. This one, Sir German, let us carry it home today. But what we are trying to see is that whenever an opportunity comes, it should be the qualified members of the network to implement it. And these qualified members of the network should have also the ability to mentor others. In every activity, we have moderators, we have facilitators, we have panelists, we have A, B, C, D. So if you are not given the opportunity to implement a project, it doesn't mean that you have been neglected. But we have, as somebody said earlier on, rotational opportunities of implementation. Last year, we barely had 40,000. And we fought ourselves, others still continue to fight after now. But we have some structures here that, like the local response pool fund, they got over 1 million. And how many organizations implemented? Only 14, right? 1 million, but only 14 organizations implemented. But for us, we had around 30 something. And then 18 organizations implemented. But people were still not happy. So for us to make donors or the global north to believe in the localization agenda, to believe in us, that we are able to advance it, we need to lower also our expectations. Let us appreciate when a competent representative of our network is able to implement well. But where we have the problem is, if you're given the grants and then you're not able to implement, you begin to disappear. It worries us. You're a South Sudanese, you're living in South Sudan, but you're straining your name for very petty kind of funds. This is not good. When you have a chance, please know that you're representing the network. Do it to the best. And to conclude here in the issue of funding and how we share opportunities at JAMA, I would like to call upon all the members of the network to really position themselves well in terms of capacity. Be honest with yourself. When we are doing the capacity assessment, give us an opportunity to understand your areas of need, because we are willing to do what we call the peer mentorship, whereby we will do the programs of capacity building. But if you lie, and then in the end, you're not able to be built in the gap that you're struggling with, this will be a negative for you. So allow yourself to grow by being very honest about your capacity. As I come to conclusion, I'm giving the following appeal to the outgoing leadership. We appreciate the handover of the office stamp, of the receipt, of the furniture that we have, but there are very important things that we need to have in place. For example, the copy of the RRSC. Actually, we need to have that because that is what proves us as a legal entity. We also need to have your compliance in terms of the changes that we need in the bank signatories. This, we shouldn't fight over it. We need to cooperate also in terms of desisting from any kind of defamatory actions against the network. This is not a personal entity that we think we need to hold it forever. When my time comes, I need to peacefully transfer to somebody else. So let us not add negativity to the network. Let us bring positivity to the network. This way, we are making the way for the future, because this is a local entity that will serve our communities. So you cannot destroy an institution that you put your resources in terms of time, energy, money, and so on. And finally, to do a joint kind of donor visit or engagement between the outgoing leadership and the incoming leadership, because that also communicates how we cooperate with each other. Together with the board members, we'll be able to map out which donors are there, and we reach out to them. We'll also present to them our agenda. So ladies and gentlemen, I am really grateful once again, especially to the EC, for working without any penny, for using their own resources to make sure that this process has been free and fair and complete, because election cannot be complete until the swearing in session is done. And to our lawyer, our legal advocate, our advisor, we are happy that you pledged. I still remember you pledged during the election that you will stand with us, and this means a lot to us, because for us to go the right way, we need legal advisor. And to all of you, thank you for being here. Only taking water and salt. May the Lord give you more. Thank you.